On today's show, we are breaking down the lifetime client funnel.
We're going to go step by step how you start with getting traffic, you collect some information from them, and you follow up until you finally convert them into a sale, and then you follow up again. Check it out right now.
Hey everyone, Chris and Jason here with Hard Money Bankers doing another cool new video for our friends at Inman.com. Today we are talking about the lifetime client funnel. Now, the reason why we're going to break this down is because agents are great agents. They're not always the best marketers. So we're going to take a marketing look at a real estate agent's business and walk through a few different points. And we're going to break it down for you from traffic and then also a front door where people come into your world, how you're going to follow up with them, how you're going to convert, meaning make some kind of sale, and how you're going to continue to follow up to make them the lifetime client that I mentioned first.
Exactly. We really took a 101 approach, so nobody out here has an excuse to get this done. This is a 101 version. We can add to this in the future, or you can as well to make it much more sophisticated. But first off, you need to start with traffic. Now, traffic's easy. You know, traffic is leads that come in. You may say, well, you know, I have a hard time finding people that want to sell or buy their house, and you got to diversify into a bunch of different things. Social media posts, doing open houses, maybe if you have a listing, referrals from other people, doing events, Google ads, or just Google search stuff, publications. I mean, think about it. Think about all the different ways that you're currently getting leads, inquiries, traffic. Those are all sources. So start with that, and you know, over time you'll get more and more interested people that are looking to buy or sell houses from you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, just the game is to get as many eyeballs as possible. And that can happen anywhere. As we know, people spend a ton of time on social nowadays, so that's definitely a big one, and your website and everything else. So yeah, first things first, just get eyeballs on you and what you do.
All right, so let's go into the front door. Front door can be known as like an opt-in. You can put that on a web page. You can put that on social media. So a few things that we listed for front door, and don't be too overwhelmed with all this. I mean, kind of break it down for your purpose. We just want to give you as many ideas as possible because there's so many options out there. Free report, a CMA, maybe a contact us form on one of your social profiles or your website. You know, getting an email address, say somebody emails you because they're interested and you collect their email address. Sure. Incoming phone calls, incoming walk-ins, maybe even social interactions, meaning someone likes a post or comments on one of your posts on a social feed, because the cool part about that is, you know, maybe you don't have their email address, but you see that, you know, they have a like and they're showing up in your news feed, so all of a sudden you post something with them, you'll see them. So the goal of the front door is information collection. All of your leads, you want to be able to collect their information, have their data, because that'll lead us into the follow-up phase, which is probably the most important phase.
Yeah, and that is the difference between the traffic and the front door. In traffic, they just see you, and in the front door, you get their info for the first time. Okay, let's keep it moving. Follow-up phase. This can be done in many different ways, and I would definitely put email number one, and then a lot of them maybe kind of, you know, similar in their effectiveness, but email and snail mail is still definitely huge. Text message could be, you know, you can do SMS follow-up with the right kind of permissions. You could follow up by phone, just be proactive and talking to your people that could definitely turn into clients. Social posts for sure, and something else that we're going to throw in there is that when you collect people's information for the first time, it'd be a good idea to go find them on social media, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it may be, wherever they're spending a lot of their time, and friend them, become friends with them, so they'll start seeing your stuff. Offline meetings for sure. Staying in front of them in any way you can to provide value, show them stuff that could help them out, and hopefully turn into a transaction at some point in the near future.
Yeah, if you haven't done any of this stuff in the past, just start with your past database, put them into an email database, and all the business cards that you've collected over the years, put them in some sort of database, Aweber, MailChimp, one of the iContact, one of those things. Because part of this term funnel, it's working them through, you're working them through the funnel. So you're starting over here, and I'm just going to recap real quick what we talked about. You're getting potential customers, you're giving them something of value, or you're collecting their information for something, so hopefully you can help them with your services in the future. Then you're following up with them on a regular basis, staying in front of them. That's the part that a lot of people miss, is, oh, these guys aren't ready to buy or sell right now. They're not a good client, they're not motivated right now. You're right, they may not be, but in the future they may, and that leads us to the most important part of the conversion. That's where the money comes in. You're listing their property, you're selling them a property, they have a move up, so they're buying another property in the future from you. You're leasing, you're renting, you're getting referrals and more referrals and more referrals. I mean, how many times have you came across someone that, they may never end up buying a house from you. They're in their end house, they may not want to buy. That being said, they like you, and the more you're in front of them and the more you can do for them, the more referrals they can do.
Absolutely, and that's the point of the last part of the funnel, which is a continuous follow-up. You're going to stay in front of them in all of your different ways. Online, offline, social, parties. Like a friend of mine throws an annual ice skating party for her clients and spends good money on it too. They see her, they see each other, and it all turns into more and more transactions. So that's that arrow there. Your follow-up comes into more and more conversions and referrals, and that is the lifetime client funnel.
Yeah, wrap your brain around this. This is the 101. Think about the endless possibilities to make this bigger and bigger and bigger in the future, and you'll have an ongoing lifetime client funnel and hopefully a very prosperous business that is not going to ever go away, just because you're constantly going to have those flow of people in and out. Hopefully you guys found this helpful. Until next time.